Welcome back to the Myco Files. I'm Hamilton Pevec. Thank you for watching and sharing and commenting. Tickle that like button and gently caress the pulsing red subscribe. I have fragmented the first 2 episodes for your sharing convenience. No longer must you watch an entire 10 minutes of content, because who has time for that shit? And here are some top stories from the world of mycology. In Panspermia news, fungi-like shapes have been found on Mars. Was a thing for a hot minute, but whatever happened with that? And what's the truth about these photos? Quick to the draw, mycology tries to take credit for the first extraterrestrial life found on the red planet in a paper titled Evidence of Life on Mars, co-authored by Regina Das. However, ScienceAlert.com article by Carly Casella has a different story. Quote, instead of mushrooms, NASA calls them blueberries, but unlike the authors of this new paper, no one at the space agency actually thinks these tiny spheres are a sign of life. In 2004, the Opportunity rover discovered millions of these blueberries, and upon analysis, they were determined to be composed of iron oxide, hematite. Co-author of the controversial paper, Regina Das, a mycologist at Pondicherry University in India, says, "We admit we don't have a smoking gun, no photos of cells or cellular structure. There is no definitive proof, only a lot of evidence which shouts biology." However, shouting biology, no matter how loudly, does not make it so. Now let's go to the field to check in with our forest correspondent. What we're looking at here is Boletus edulis, also known as the king bolete. This is an absolutely beautiful specimen. Very excited to find this, particularly in this area, which is heavily populated with other mushroom hunters. To find a mushroom this delicious and this sought after is quite rare in this kind of place. There's a particular kind of mushroom hunter that's associated with this kind of mushroom, which is called the Boletivore. When you have your bolete spot, you got to look out for Boletivores. Another couple interesting things about Boletus edulis is that this mushroom accumulates gold inside of it. It also contains quite a lot of selenium, which is a mineral very difficult to find in other foods. In the Rocky Mountains, it often grows with Amanita muscaria. These two mushrooms are found together quite frequently. This is basically one of the most coveted mushrooms. Welcome back. Thank you for that report. For 2 episodes, I thought you would never see that beautiful bolete. It is time for a follow-up. In medicinal mushroom news, following up on a report I did in episode 1 of the Myco Files on the Hericium erinaceus nootropic compounds found in both the mycelium and the fruit body, it has recently come to my attention that the research done on the mycelium was not done on myceliated grain. The data was collected from a pure liquid mycelium ferment. So what's the difference? To the consumer of mushroom extracts, the difference is, to use a scientific term, ginormous. Because there are no pure fermented mycelium of Hericium products on the market. However, there are myceliated grain extracts, lots of them. I apologize for the confusion and hope that you can forgive me. This is an important time to remember that science is a self-correcting system. We only know what we know until we know more, but what we don't know is always much more than what we do know. To err on the side of caution, I recommend only using whole fruit body extracts until we know more. In a new study released in June 2021 titled Psilocybin Induces Rapid and Persistent Growth of Dendritic Spines in Frontal Cortex in Vivo by Ling Zhao Shao et al. Quote, "We found that a single dose of psilocybin led to 10% increases in spine size and density, driven by an elevated spine formation rate. The structural remodeling occurred quickly within 24 hours and was persistent 1 month later. Psilocybin also ameliorated stress-related behavioral deficit and elevated excitatory neurotransmission. Overall, the results demonstrate that psilocybin-evoked synaptic rewiring in the cortex is fast and enduring, potentially providing a structural trace for long-term integration of experiences and lasting beneficial actions." End quote. In short, This is the tip of a data iceberg that is slowly revealing how beneficial psilocybin is for our brains. In Myconomics news, a 2020 article in Bloomberg.com by Suzanne Woolley reports that Compass Pathways LLC has a patented synthetic psilocybin used for treatment-resistant depression. The company's shares jumped 71% to $29 in New York after the initial public offering of 7.5 million shares, priced at $17 each. At current prices, Compass Pathways' 34 million shares outstanding are worth almost $1 billion. No surprise there, someone made money selling drugs. In other Myconomics news, Paul Stamets, creator of Fungi Perfecti, allows 7 patents to expire, hoping that someone else can bring these fungi-based pesticides to market. Quote, "They are very disruptive to the chemical industry," says Paul Stamets. That leaves 18 patents still standing and 20 patents pending for pop mycologist Paul Stamets. And now, a short message from our sponsor. Welcome back. In Foraging news, I will join the media brood as I report on the cicada emergence. In a May 20th, 2021 article in SmithsonianMag.com by Teresa Merchermer, a zombie fungus isn't going after the bug's brains, it's going after their genitals. This white chalky fungus called Massospora infects about 5% of the cicadas. It takes over their bodies and produces cathinone, an amphetamine that makes the bugs mate even more. Massospora also contains psilocybin, the classic hallucinogen found in a variety of different fungus species. Massospora fungus lurks in the soil until the cicadas emerge from the ground. Mycologist Matt Casson tells Coral Murphy Marcos at The Guardian, when the cicada nymphs emerge from underground, some ingest the fungus and the fungus is activated by a hormone from the cicada. Once inside, the Massospora consumes the inside of the cicada and grows it until it cracks through the bug's exoskeleton. Their genitals fall off and get replaced by a big white ball of spores. The fungus has a special effect on male cicadas. Massospora-filled males continue to sing to attract female mates, but they also perform the same wing flicking that females do to attract males. It's this gender-bending death zombie fungus, says John Lill, who studies cicadas at George Washington University, to John Webb at the Evansville Courier and Press. Simply put, these cicadas are jacked up on speed, tripping balls, and having sex with everyone. Only so the Massospora can rain their spore-filled crumbling asses onto everyone else. So, you may be asking, why is this foraging news? Some people eat them. So, if you are looking for a hallucinogen-filled insect sex party, head out east. The cicadas are waiting. In Applied Mycology news, a Popular Mechanics article by Caroline Delbert, scientists have discovered that a long-time fungal resident of Chernobyl complex could actually eat radiation. Scientists have known about this fungus and similar extremophile organisms that can thrive on radiation since at least 2007. The publication Nature said the variety found in Chernobyl can decompose radioactive materials such as hot graphite in the remains of the Chernobyl reactor. The fungus grows toward the hottest and most radioactive places like phototropism, but for deadly toxins. How can this fungus process radiation in this way? Because it has tons of very dark melanin pigment that absorbs the radiation and processes it in a harmless way to produce energy. Scientists believe this mechanism could be used to make biomimicking substances that both block radiation from penetrating and turn it into a renewable energy source. All I can say is cool. I hope there are people working on how to turn radioactive isotope-eating mushrooms into electric power plants. On the internet, no mushroom story is complete without a troll. The Myco Files acquired its first troll with the comment, "Not again," upon the release of the second episode. Congratulations, troll. Your certificate of achievement will be sent to Under Your Bridge. In the Mushroom news, Fungi Mag is going online. Executive Director Britt A. Bunyard announced to the Mushroom Hour podcast that the print-only magazine is now online. No snide remarks on this, it just makes me enormously happy. Don't worry, for all you tactile, hold-in-your-hands-loving people, the print version will continue. Get your past issues bundle for $50 before you can't. Don't forget to support your local mushroom farmers, festivals, and forays. The Telluride Mushroom Festival 2021 is back and in person August 18th through the 22nd. Get your tickets here. For all you content creators, the Fungi Film Fest 2021 is back, and the submission deadline is August 31st. Get more info here. Now, if you made it this far into the episode, thank you for watching. You are a rare and precious gift to humanity. I love you. This has been the Myco Files, and I'm Hamilton Pevec, singing off.